Greetings, Cubs. Welcome and welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. So today I'm going to be reading on BTS versus James Corden. So I want to see what kind of energy is going on between BTS and James Corden, kind of what really is happening, how they really feel. I have no plans on how to go about the reading, so I will be kind of freestyling with the way I'm gonna do this. So y'all bear with me. I may like use some decks and be like, I don't like this deck, and just scrap it. So yeah, let's get into it. So I keep staring at this Mausolea deck, so I'm gonna start with this. I wonder if I want to get into the negative sides yet, like if there are. But I guess since I see this deck, I'm just going to go ahead and start with it. Ow, shit, my nail. Fuck. I need that. Anyway, so over here I'm going to have James Corden, and over here I'm going to have BTS. Okay, I got to be careful. Okay. So James Corden, what do I want to put? How James Corden is, I don't know, just James Corden's side. I didn't mean to pull this. I'm making a mess. Okay. And BTS. Well, so just these two cards that are out here right now kind of say a lot. And even though I like almost have intentions on using a lot of cards, a lot of times I know I really don't need to. For me, a lot of times I can realize I can sum up a lot of what's going on with just a handful of cards. So for James Corden, we have The Exile. Even with that title alone, with it being The Exile, right? The Exile. Almost kicked out, removed, sent away, no longer needed. The Forsaken Soldier. That's what it also says under here. The Exile, the Forsaken Soldier. So someone who was originally ride or die, or seemed like they were ride or die, and something happened where, like, this tells me a story already. It's like someone who was ride or die for their king, ride or die for their partner, whoever they was with. In James Corden sense, ride or die for BTS, but definitely was pushed away for specific reasons. So whatever crime he committed, he was then exiled, right? Under here it says strategy, failure, and trauma. So that means whatever James Corden had going on, however he planned on going about kind of being around BTS, supporting BTS, all of that, whatever his plan was, it failed. It did not come into fruition. It did not help him in the end. What I really feel like is, regardless of if James Corden actually enjoyed their music, or you know, whatever it was, he may have liked them personally as individuals, may not have been interested in what they did and pretended like he did when he didn't. I think that's what it's definitely probably touching on that. I hear that was the situation, that James Corden didn't actually listen to the album and BTS called him out on it. And then I think people decided to like kind of trend that he was, you know, a really awful person, which I definitely don't know anything about. But I was hearing some stuff that he's an awful person in reality. But it is what it is. Because I'm getting off topic. Definitely someone who's pushed away from BTS because whatever he was planning on doing, or whatever strategy he had to kind of maintain a relationship with them, did not work out. From BTS's point of view, it's Osiris, which is funny. It says God, King of Duat, right? It's commitment, acquisition, and responsibility. So BTS is basically coming from a point of view of businessmen as well. And they are committed to whoever is committed to them. And they also take responsibility for their mistakes and whatever they do. This is also showing me a sort of imbalance in maturity levels as well. Like James Corden could not keep up the level of maturity that they could. So it's very interesting dynamics here. What deck do I want to use next? I'm just gonna use a few of my dark decks. How about that? We're just gonna go on a. It's Halloween anyway. Let's use these dark decks. Again, I will be pulling cards for. Not me about to shuffle the damn book. Let me go ahead, and this nail finna pop off if I bend it on these cards again. Oh my god. Alright, James Corden. What's going on with James Corden? I'm going to kind of be broad with my questions. Because, like I said, I'm not really sure how I want to... I'm not really sure on the exact questions that I really want to ask. So, I'm really just kind of seeing what kind of energy is around both. So we have, for James Corden, we have Naked Before the Stars. So he's embarrassed. He feels like he got kind of caught out there, caught in his life. Caught in a lie. I can't sing today, y'all. My voice is almost shot. I don't know if y'all hear it, but my voice is like almost completely gone. But he feels embarrassed and ashamed of what happened. So that's interesting. There is embarrassment. There is shame. He does feel like, well, he was caught in his lie, or he was caught in a situation that he didn't want to be in. BTS, Alone in the World. I think BTS actually really liked James Corden, or maybe some of them did. But I feel like for them, because even in these both depictions, both people here in here are pretty much bare naked or like in a little bit of clothes. So I feel like BTS kind of felt very disappointed that someone, like, I think James Corden was probably, and I don't know, would have probably been, y'all can let me know if y'all want, because I haven't been really paying attention to BTS for the past maybe 2 years. I think it's 1.5, I don't know. But yeah, Alone in the World, BTS kind of feel like it's really hard to make genuine friends while being a celebrity. It's like, I guess they really thought that James Corden was a real one. And so I feel like they're kind of a little hurt by this. We have hiding your true self. Yeah, they're hurt. They feel betrayed, fragmented. BTS feels quite betrayed. They're hurt by what happened. They are disappointed. James Corden is embarrassed and ashamed. It is what it is. Okay, let's get more information on James Corden. And then BTS. Okay. So James Corden has reason. It says, listen to advice, think clearly, and intellect. I don't know if James Corden is or attempted to reach out and apologize or explain why he got it wrong, or because I don't know if that's what the whole situation was about with him not listening to the album, or if there were multiple things. I think someone told me there was multiple things, but I really can't remember. I do not store memories like that. I'm so sorry. Like, sometimes it will come and go. But next we also have Immortal, the consuming family. The consuming family pressure appears. James Corden did feel, I guess, burdened by kind of having to keep up with I guess the fans' demands, as well as I guess keep up with BTS. I do see that James Corden still does and did feel like, you know, he was very close to BTS and really still enjoyed them, the members. But even with reason, it says listen to your advice, think clearly, and intellect. It seems like for him, I want to say he knew better, but he didn't. Like, not in a sense of he knew that wasn't on the album or whatever. I feel like James Corden did not listen to that little voice in the back of his head that said, do your research before this interview. You know what I mean? Keep up with what's going on. You know, I feel like there was something I was telling him, you got to be on it today because it's not going to work out for you. And I don't think he listened to that. Either way, I guess from his point of view, from his side, he feels or felt like there was a lot of pressure to kind of keep up with ARMY and keep up with BTS. BTS, on the other hand, on the other side, we have thirst and transmission. Thirst is craving, compulsion, and obsession. Okay, makes sense. And then transmission, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. Okay. So remember how I was saying it feels like James Corden felt like it was very difficult to keep up with BTS, all of their activities, everything that's going on. I guess social media events, birthdays, fan events, concerts, albums, songs, collabs, whatever. From James Corden's point of view, he felt like it was overwhelming and it was a bit too much for him. And honestly, I don't think he just really didn't want to do it. I think he's like, that's too much. And kind of mirroring on the other side with BTS, we have thirst, which is craving, compulsion, and obsession, as well as transmission, which is spreading of conditions and influence and impact. So this is showing that BTS, even like with his point of him seeing BTS and seeing everything around him, it's like these guys are really going hard every day. Like there's so much happening. There's a spreading of conditions, like there are things that need to be met every time, you know, conditions that need to be met every time they meet. There is a lot of things you can't do, can't say, and all of that. It seems like there is a lot more underneath than we may know. Even with influence and impact, it was like a lot of pressure for him to kind of keep up, because I think even he knew any wrong mistake or any wrong move, and, you know, things could come crashing down immediately, which is what exactly happened. It's very interesting. I definitely think that a lot of people, and this is not just James Corden, I feel like there's extra energy kind of coming in where a lot of people, when they meet BTS, they actually do see how hard they work. And I feel like a lot of them think it's kind of scary to a point. Like, you know, like almost like wow, like, is this how strict things are for you, or is this how like hard it is, how many times you got to do this? Like it's weird. There seems to be like this overwhelming sense of admiration, inferiority, some form of like intimidation that BTS has when they, especially over West, and like kind of meeting other people and celebrities. And you know, I really do think that's thanks to ARMY, honestly, because I don't think that most Western artists really think that fans of the boy group like BTS are really going to be as overwhelming and like cool and intense as they are. And I feel like BTS really does humble a lot of these Western artists. I feel like BTS really does kind of And whether it's intentional or not, which I don't even feel like it's intentional, because, you know, this is BTS's daily, I'm trying not to curse, BTS's daily lives, you know what I mean? This is what they do on a daily basis, but it is intimidating to Western artists. It's intimidating. It is, I feel like it also stirs up a sense of fragility, a sense of, even if it's not BTS's intention, almost like, I feel like a lot of Western artists feel like they're sort of crumbling beneath their energy. I know this is supposed to be strictly about them, but I'm like picking up like a lot of stuff, like even Coldplay. And I gotta watch that video, by the way. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Coldplay thing or anything. I just know they had a collab. I think it dropped. I don't even know. But I will watch it and maybe tweet about it. But yeah, it's like BTS has a very intense presence. A very intense presence. That's I'm just gonna leave it at that. BTS has a very intense presence, and it's intimidating to others. And I feel like it kind of, to a degree, makes some people kind of want to give up. Don't know what that means, but just like, it's weird. But yeah, back to James Corden. James Corden, he just didn't, he honestly, he really just didn't do what he was supposed to do. He really didn't. He just did not do what he was supposed to do. And it ended up, you know, disappointing and disrespecting BTS and ARMY. I'm going to get into more of, was it his intention? Was it an accident? Or does he have any negative feelings? So far, I don't see any negative feelings towards BTS. I don't see him, you know, really thinking negatively towards BTS yet. I don't see any of that. Right now, I'm just seeing more of the lack of work ethic, the lack of intent to pay attention, feeling like he didn't really need to, like he could just, like lazy, you know? Okay, let's see, what other deck do I want to use? I haven't brought these out in a while, so I guess I'll use these and then I'll go straight into the tarot, because I don't know if there's really much else to go off. But I definitely want to check for James Corden's intent. Definitely want to check for their intent. Because I may not mess with BTS music no more, but I still like BTS, so. Alright. I don't usually use this deck, but we'll see how it goes. James Corden, energy over at James Corden, and his feelings towards BTS during that time. Okay. Yeah, no, he didn't have any, he had no malice. There was actually no malice towards BTS. We have gratitude and perfection. There was no malice towards BTS. Let me see BTS. Self-worth, vanity, imbalance, and service. Oh. Now, I was not expecting this turnabout. But I guess that's why we have God up here for them. Oh, God. Okay, so it all kind of makes sense. Like how I was saying, like there's this intimidation from BTS, and there's a pressure from BTS that kind of spills over, whether they want it to, whether it's intentional or not, that spills over to a lot of Western artists. I don't really care about Western artists, to be honest, unless they're black, but I don't really eat women, black women. I don't care about the men. I don't care about none of the men. No man. But no, just generally, it spills over to Western artists. This form Western male artists, this form of intimidation, the form like this feeling like they need to bow down to BTS, like they're crushing under the pressure, the presence, the intimidation of BTS and ARMY. And again, like even with the transgression, spreading of conditions, influence, impact, and even the obsession, which I feel like it's like also can include fans, like people who will get on anyone for anything that could possibly be viewed as negative towards BTS. That is scary to people who are not used to those type of fans. Remember, over in the West with American artists, you know, these celebrities over here don't be treating fans like they're somebody. They do not treat fans like they're human beings. They really don't. They really don't. You can name any celebrity, you will have a video or clip of any of our Western artists hitting the fan, being disrespectful, doing all kinds of stuff. The baby don't fight every fan. Like he fights like 4 fans a year. You know, you'll see our Western celebrities drunk cursing at people. Like they will do whatever they want. They don't care. They really don't care, and that's how they roll. But they don't roll that way, not in BTS. I wouldn't want to say Korea, but we're talking about BTS. So not in BTS, not with BTS. And so their fan base is a whole nother breed. I don't think Americans are used to that at all. I don't think they're used to that at all. So it's like, I understand, like I'm starting to get why it's the God and then this sort of servant or the soldier, because this is the energy that BTS gives off. They are men of great power, men of great influence. And this guy, James Corden, is not necessarily that guy. He's not. And neither are any of these other Western celebrities. Their fan base is not going to beat ARMY. It's not. Work ethic is not going to beat BTS's. It's not. It's just not. It's just not. And I'm just being real. So I get it, because as I was saying, like, no, a lot of Western artists are very intimidated by BTS's presence. And they're very intimidated even more so when they meet them. And I feel like for a lot of them, when they are in person with BTS, there's a standard in which they have to carry themselves, which Americans are not used to, having to behave or having to not be so casual with people you're unfamiliar with. And I think they're two different, completely different styles of communication and fan life that ends up clashing together. But again, where I was saying how, when I know I'm repeating myself, y'all just bear with me, how like BTS is intimidating. Like I said, we have service, self-worth, vanity, and balance. So service, it's interesting, because it's telling me that they don't want anyone to cater to them. They don't necessarily want anyone to cater to them, right? But they're very aware of their own self-worth. Are some of them a little vain and got a little ego tripping? Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. There are some of them who are quite egotistical. Like, they're like up there. There are some members, and I'm not going to name any names. I don't have any names. I don't know who they are. But there are some members in there that are absolutely like, bow. You know, bow before me. Yes, you better know, blah, 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 blah. Like, respect my presence. I don't want you to look me in the eye. There are some members who are absolutely vain and like, they're like, I can't explain it. So there is a bit of and we have the scales in reverse, we have balance in reverse. There is an imbalance in kind of what they want, what BTS wants, and what, how do I put it? there's an imbalance in sort of the members who try to be humble, the members who are egotistical, the members who don't want someone to service them, the members who want to be praised constantly. So I also think that energy is also very confusing to others, some more than others. Interesting. Yeah, no, over on James Corden's side, I actually do still see love and appreciation. Again, like, y'all, please let me know what else happened in the with James Corden. Because so far I'm not seeing that whatever James Corden does is intentionally to hurt BTS. So again, so far the tarot's left. Alright, let me use this deck and see what else. Oh, and see what else I can get. I want more clarification on this. This is exactly repeating what I said. I'm about to read it to you in a second. Is James Corden currently bitter? Yes. James Corden is currently bitter. Does James Corden fight with fans? Because I have a card for fighting, and I really feel like it's like fighting fans, because it's not BTS. I also see some snobbishness from James Corden. Like, oh, well, okay, well, if you don't want me, I guess I'll just keep my money. Or, you know, like, just some sort of, like, bouginess, some snobbiness. And he also has some strange habits as well. Yeah, he has some strange habits as well. BTS over here, BTS is like, look, we're just existing. And then we have We Are the World, but this is representing the fans. It's like, it's BTS and the fans. This is like literally all they have. Like, BTS is like, it's just us. It's just us and our fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? BTS is truly on some, is really truly like, hey, look, if you play us, that's on you. Because you don't have to deal with us. You got to deal with them. Let's see what else I get. Oh yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead to the last part of this to see what's going on. Look, where's my tarot deck? I'm going to use my little zombie tarot. I love this deck. Well, technically, this is not my zombie tarot. This is, what is this called? The Nightmare or something? Oh my god, I have not actually used my zombie tarot in a long time, though. I should use it. But it's all the way over there, so. Alrighty. So, lastly, let's go ahead and check on what will happen, or what's next for James Corden with his relationship with BTS. That whole chunk just fell out. It just freaking fell out like that. James Corden is going to reach out to them again. James Corden is going to reach out to them for business purposes. He's going to kind of want their relationship to kind of, but this time it's really going to be more business than anything. I mean, it's going to be a care. It is. He still, like I said, he still does care for them and likes them. But I definitely see if he reaches out, because I'm seeing him reaching out again to them. But if he does, it is going to be more on a business level.
It's 1 o'clock.
Thank you. Business level, and I think he's going to sort of then become almost obsessively weird with them. Like, it's almost going to be a little condescending, or like, it's almost going to be like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I see him reaching out and almost doing some stuff like, you know what, that last one didn't go well, but I listened to every album. You can quiz me on it. I know the lyrics. I know this, that, and the third. But just definitely wanting to get their relationship back on good terms, so like he could get more in the limelight, or you know, their relationship could be back in the limelight. Both of them could keep making money, because it seems like where you know, it seems like everything was good. Everything was good. He messed up. Then he became petty. He's also going to realize how much money he's not making while not, you know, dealing with BTS. He's going to attempt to fix it, or at least try. I don't know if it'll be a public thing. I don't know how that'll work out for him. But he will become a little bit obsessive, potentially. Remember, all of these readings are for entertainment purposes only. They are all alleged. Take it with a grain of salt. BTS. Let's see how. Yeah, well, that bridge is burnt from BTS's point of view, so he may try it, but it's not going to work. The bridge is burnt from BTS's point of view. BTS say, you're not going to call us out here to and try to embarrass us on this let me not curse, on this stage. I really want to say Yoongi and Namjoon and them is petty, so be careful of some songs. Some lyrics may have a little bit of shade in them. Ooh. Okay, hold up, because they fell out like this. I just want y'all to see, and let me make sure. Oof. Nothing else is flipped over in the deck. Okay, cool. From BTS's point of view, like I said, the bridge is burnt. But they will communicate back with them. I do see there being a struggle on whether to sort of accept him back, or redo their friendship, like start it over, like, okay, we'll give you another chance. I do see some contemplation on whether they want to fix the relationship or not. I see some of them still holding a lot of affection towards James Corden. And even with the Hangman, like, there's some senses of indifference. You know, they're like, kind of like, I don't know, you know, not sure of his intentions, not sure, you know, if he was really trying to disrespect them. I don't know who pays who with these interviews. I don't know how that works or whatever, but I also see someone thinking about, like, well, why don't we just make him pay more, or we pay him something, I don't know, something about money, because both of them think about it. Y'all let me know how that works, but BTS will think about fixing their relationship. For someone, it's completely burnt, or altogether it's completely burnt, like they're not going to let their guard down again. But they still, some of them still do have affections for him, for James Corden. Yeah. So in general, will their relationship be mended? Yes. Their relationship is going to be mended. But even with this Eight of Swords, I don't know. I don't know if we'll... No, we have to see it. I'm sure we have to see it. But there is some sense of pretending like certain things didn't happen, or like kind of trying to block out certain senses of reality. But I do see them wanting to mend their relationship. So this will probably get better. Like they'll probably end up, you know, sorting this out. And kind of getting back on good terms. So even if it's like not where they'll come on his show again, there will be, if there hasn't already, at least privately even, been something where there's an apology or apology. Maybe not an apology. Okay. Because I was like, as soon as I said apology, I was like, I don't know about an apology. I do see a mending of the relationship, but I also feel like, I don't know if, James Corden is going to, I don't know. Either way, they're gonna mend. I do see them mending their relationship. That's kind of pretty much where that ends. That's what I think. I don't know if James Corden is going to apologize the way he needs to, or if it's gonna be something where it's like I made it up, but I didn't apologize, and now we're back on good terms or on decent terms. But there wasn't a I'm sincerely sorry for not listening to the album and embarrassing you guys like that on TV, you know? James Corden is British though, ain't he? Yeah. But anyway, that's what I have, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. If there's other things that you want to know, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Patreon if you want to book readings, or if you just want to look at all the exclusive content I have over on Patreon, including, for those of you who like that, ship readings, kink readings, just some dynamic relationship readings that, could be platonic, non-platonic, but dynamic relationship readings are over there, which may not ever be posted on here because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, definitely check that out. Anyway, I hope to see you guys again next time in the Lion's Den. I love you all so much, Cubs. Bye.